More news coming in. No non-Hindu staffers at Tirumala Temple. Non-Hindu staff asked to take VRS and transfer. Tirumala Board's Hindu staff only order. Tirumala Shrine Act mandates only Hindu staff. Tirumala diktat backed by the Constitution. Fresh clean-up after the controversy over laddus. This is what the row concerning the laddus. And now a diktat there from Tirumala. The temple authorities wanting only staffers to belong to the Hindu religion. Non-Hindus have to take voluntary retirement, VRS, for those people who don't belong or practice in the Hindu religion is what now is being said by the temple authorities here. Apurva Jayachandran getting in more details. This in fact is an attempt by the Tirumala Temple Board getting in the Andhra government, seeking removal of non-Hindu staff. I would say perhaps some sort of an action or damage control measures, Apurva. Doesn't it look like a fallout of the huge controversy surrounding the laddus first?
Well, that's right, Sneha. In fact, this is not the first time that the TTD chairman had spoken about this. B.R. Naidu had, first his announcement had came that he is the chairman of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanams. One of the first announcements he made was that there shouldn't be non-Hindus who are working at the temple. He in fact said that the TTD will, enforce this in a very strict manner. He also goes on to say that those who are non-Hindus, they can either opt for taking VRS service, or they can be shifted to other departments, be it revenue or other departments if they wish to, is what he had said. In fact, the TTD chairman is making quite a strong statement there, wherein not only is he saying that people can opt for ERS, but he's also saying that no non-Hindu members will be allowed to work in the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanams. This comes just after...
Yes. Apurva, be with us. I'll just come back to you in a moment from now. Rahul Ishwar is also now joining us. Rahul Ishwar, your thoughts on the Tirumala Board, the temple authorities, writing to the government saying that now it's time for us to have only Hindu staff here. How do you look at this? Non-Hindu staff can't work at the temple? They have to seek voluntary retirement.
Two things. We are a land of great pluralism and harmony. So we have our highest regards for our Christian and Muslim brothers. But at the same point of time, please remember this is a religious institution. So if a section of our polity or administration feels that the interest is best served when the faithful of a particular community is involved, that need not be overly criticized. See, Tirupati Tirumala Devasam has a right to do it. In Sabarimala, the case is different. We have even a Hindu-Muslim unity kind of a deity here. But in Tirupati, since it's a Hindu temple, they do have a right to consider such a proposal. And please remember, this is not a government department per se. This is a devasam, or what is called a temple property. Just like our Muslim brothers, Waqf, we always say other communities need not involve. Just like in churches, we don't say if other communities are kept out, there is no problem. Similarly, Tirupati Tirumala Devasthanam also have a right to choose like this. So that need not be condemned in a way. That can be seen as an administrative step by the Tirupati Tirumala Devasam, I feel.
All right. So you welcome this move, but there would be those who would argue that this is unfair. Why penalize others for this whole fiasco over the laddus? Why penalize those? Because at the end of the day, it's a question about people losing their jobs, people losing employment at the end of the day, isn't it, Rahul Ishwar?
They are relocating to other government departments, I feel. And please remember, regarding laddu, there is no other community angle. It was all Hindus itself. So if they are taking this as a step, maybe as a step of posturing, maybe to convey a larger message, we all understand, since people like Pawan Kalyan have been taking a very strong dharmic Hindu stand for a long period of time. So this is not exclusion. This is a temple mainly for Hindus. Similarly, for Waqf boards also, we need to remember that Muslim brothers have a right over there. In Christian churches, they have a right over there. Yes, there should be brotherhood and harmony, but if they are taking a step, they might have a logic behind it. Please remember, nobody is losing job. They are being relocated to other spaces, or they are having their own options. So I think we should see it in a sense of balance.
All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Rahul Ishwar, thanking you for joining in with your perspective on that story. This is what has now been said by the temple authorities. Writing to the Andhra Pradesh government, I'll go back to Apurva if she continues to be with us. At Tirumala Temple Board, writing to the government, they're seeking removal of non-Hindu staff, reallocating them essentially, so they're not losing their jobs is now what is being said. Only Hindu staff at the temple. This is what is being said. This is a fallout of the fiasco over the laddus, the controversy over the laddus. The Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam resolving to write a letter to the Andhra Pradesh government requesting to take appropriate decision on non-Hindus working in Tirumala. It is a Hindu charitable organization, they say, would not allow non-Hindus as staff. Non-Hindu TTD staff will either be offered VRS or surrendered to the government. Therefore, this is something that is being discussed. It's the first board meeting itself, and this is on top of the agenda. Apurva, if you could give us an idea about how many people would be affected by this decision. What does the government now intend to do? How do you, in fact, reallocate them work, give them work, place them? What is the plan really?
Well, Sneha, first and foremost, these are the, decision that has been taken by the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam's chairman board there. The implementation of this is something that will have to come later on. There is still time because, not only are we going to see that this proposal be sent for approval there, but we're also going to wait and see as to how they will, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanams will go ahead and actually put this into functionality, what will be the process that they will be taking up. Remember, there are more than hundreds and thousands of devotees of Tirumala who are, part of the TTD, the entire functionary there in Tirumala and Tirupati as well, and across various branches of the temple there in across, the world, in fact, and to bring about such a statement that the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanams will, either give a VRS to all non-Hindus or will shift them to other departments. How it is going to work is something that the TTD board will have to develop a fine machinery to ensure that this decision that has been announced in this first meeting of the TTD chairman after he had been sworn in as the chairman, how the decision is going to come about and in effect. So all of these legalities and technicalities will have to be worked out with respect to the state government there. We are seeing that the TTD board is a different body, the one that doesn't come under the purview of the state government.